So beautiful.
So this is our Tiffany-inspired illuminated lanterns, and we were talking about this earlier, but you created this because of your great love for Tiffany lamps.
Yeah, I love the whole, the beauty of them, the fact that they harken back to a simpler age of sort of refinement and sophistication, that Art Deco era, and we wanted to create something that was not so much about a bright light, but as just a beautiful lit color display. And that's what you'll see, like a work of art, when this lights up at night. And it's even pretty during the day.
It's sitting on, in that video, it was sitting on your butterfly table.
Yeah.
So
perfect.
pretty.
I know.
Actually, you know what? These are gorgeous, and you can see they look really pretty during the day. Let's bring the lights down to go through the choices.
Because they glow from within, and then you really can see the outstanding look of the color patterns, kind of like a church stained glass window.
They are really pretty. And you don't, these are not solar. They're going to operate on batteries on a timer. So you can actually put these anywhere you want, indoors or out. So let's start right here. And this is the tulip.
The tulip, and that is bright pops of yellow. You've got cobalt blue, some oranges, beautiful greens, a little bit of lavender in there, but it looks like a gorgeous tulip garden.
That is so pretty. Now, butterfly has been very popular, and this is a lot of pinks.
Yes, the butterfly is kind of a coral color, and then you've got pinks and purples and yellows and lavenders in the background, all done in a beautiful caged, a metal cage, just like a real Tiffany lamp, of that beautiful copper color.
So pretty. Okay, I really love this. This is the water lilies, right?
Yeah, that's an iconic Tiffany motif. The water lilies, as you can see, are beautiful water flowers. We're seeing that pop of red that you see in the center of the lilies, gorgeous greens and yellows, and that looks like they're all clustered together in one section of your pond.
They're
so
such
pretty.
a nice size too. Like they're really, it's a substantial piece.
They're like impressionist artwork. I just think they're gorgeous.
So pretty.
Here's the dragonfly. Isn't that pretty?
That's gorgeous.
So
and you said that's more of like, that's a traditional.
This is a traditional Tiffany motif. So are the tulips and the irises that you'll see next, and the water lilies. Really the only one that's not truly Tiffany traditional is the butterfly.
It's gorgeous.
But we know you love butterflies, so we wanted to do one. But look at this dragonfly, isn't it stunning? Just
It's
absolutely beautiful colors of purple.
We only have 400 left in the dragonfly, and then will be
and
retired.
I'll just turn it all the way around. It's like dragonflies touching, holding hands, holding wings, all the way around.
Carolyn, we are now almost last call in the iris. We have 250
The
left,
iris looks like a Van Gogh painting.
The iris is stunning. What a beautiful Mother's Day gift for under $30. And if you're someone who's buying multiple Mother's Day gifts, maybe for your daughters or daughter-in-laws or your mom or your friends, these are under $30. They look like you spent so much more.
Aren't they pretty?
And they're really meaningful.
And again, these are not glass. These are a beautiful, high-quality plastic that we've made kind of that beautiful cloudy effect like Tiffany glass. And then we've painted, instead of having individual pieces like puzzle pieces like Tiffany lamps are, we've painted this, and then we've outlined all of the pieces, as they were air quotes pieces, with that beautiful cage of that copper colored metal. So they operate off of 3 AA batteries. They are on a 6-hour timer, so you can set them to turn on whenever you'd like every evening. But I think these are lovely enough to have indoors if you wanted to have them like a little wall sconce, or maybe have them in your powder room.
Like on a kitchen shelf or something. That'd be so pretty.
Exactly,
to come into the
or in
kitchen
like
at
a
night.
curio cabinet. You know, my mother puts lights in her cabinet, which I think looks so pretty.
Yeah.
But they are outdoor safe. They are fade, corrosion, rust resistant, so don't worry about having them outside if it's rain.
Look at it on your table. That's the little butterfly table. Look how pretty.
I know, it looks so pretty.
Now, these are not going to be pathway lighting and security lighting. They're not that bright.
They're very subtle. They're not super bright. Right.
This is all about accent lighting and beauty, just like you'd put a Tiffany lamp indoors. I don't really know anyone who puts a Tiffany lamp indoors because they want to have bright task lighting.
No.
That's not what that is.
It's not like the light you work at your desk by.
Right. It's just, it's a pretty mood setter. Setter. Like, thank you.
Yeah.
It's almost kind of like why you would burn a candle and have candlelight. So how beautiful. This is your tulips.
There's a tulip, and again, they all look very 1920s deco / even earlier than that, from the 1800s, that impressionist art period. So not perfect art, just beautiful impressions of the artist, where you see lovely flowers, a lovely butterfly or a dragonfly, and the colors all melded together as you would, remember them if you were painting from memory a beautiful garden that you saw.
This is so pretty. And here's your water lilies. That is
Just
gorgeous. I'm thinking if you buy more than one, maybe like this is so nice because then everybody gets, you could get one that's different, right?
Yeah.
Like equal value gifts, but everyone gets one that would be meaningful to her. And then next to that is your dragonfly.
And the dragonfly has several dragonflies with wings overlapping, and you can see the little veining in their wings. And this to me looks very impressionist with the flowers underneath. You can see the color pop is mainly on the dragonfly itself on this one.
Awesome. And then one more to show you, and that is the iris. The iris, though, is getting very, very limited. That is absolutely stunning.
Beautiful shades of purple, tall iris leaves, as you can see in your garden. And then you've got just a lovely, array of
Carolyn?
Purples in the background.
This will be the last time that you present that iris ever because we have 4 dozen remaining.
Oh my goodness,
and at
please
the
don't
clearance
let it
price,
get away.
We cannot get them back in stock. If this is in your cart on QVC.com, please check out of your cart. That iris is about to sell out, and then that's it. It will not appear on air again. So think about Mother's Day, end of year teacher gifts. Maybe you're doing, my gosh, Carolyn, I'm thinking about if you're hosting some kind of outdoor party for less than the cost of floral arrangements, you could put one in the center of a table.
Sandra, and something like this, think of this if you are having guests come by, this can be a beautiful night light. Think of it as something that it can light there if they're not familiar with your home. They can walk with this down the hall. They can put it in the bathroom. You can leave it in the powder room if you want to and just have a beautiful night light throughout the night because it'll turn itself off after 6 hours. Or you can, leave it on. But I just think it looks beautiful as an indoor type of decor. As you said, on a shelf.
Okay. All of a sudden, our phone lines went into meltdown mode. If you're on QVC.com, check out of your cart. Just because it's in the cart does not mean it's yours until you check out. Iris we're down to 2 dozen, literally 2 dozen, and then it's completely gone. Dragonfly, we only have 250 remain. In the butterfly, I'm going to skip to the butterfly right here, only 200 remaining. We also have it in the gorgeous water lily, but only 500 there, and then 500 left in the tulip. If you are buying them for flower lovers, look at these two together.
I mean, how
Iris
beautiful
just
are
sold
those?
out.
Okay.
It's gone.
Iris
it's retired.
Gone. All gone. And I do like the fact that if you're using them as a night light, they're not like, hello, it's bright and I'm trying to sleep and I can see the light through my closed eyeballs. This is just very subtle, but how pretty on somebody's nightstand, or how pretty if you put it in front of a mirror and now you see like the double look of it. How pretty if it's in your window at night, like a window
water
candle
lily.
type of
Look
thing.
at that.
And I love it on a shepherd's hook. I love it sitting flat. You can hang it from any of your plant hooks outside if you don't have a hanging basket.
I'm telling you, if I was having a party, I would get 3 or 4 of these or whatever, decorate the tables with them, and then just have them to keep. Just keep them. They're beautiful.
Yeah, take it home with you.
It's an under $30 gift. So if someone you love is having a birthday, or even someone who maybe isn't gardening anymore, this kind of brings the gardening in.
Look how pretty this is. Look how pretty this is.
If you love Tiffany lamps, I mean, how beautiful.
I mean, if you you could hang this from like a little sconce hook in your hallway. But I just think I love it outside, and it's meant to be an outdoor lantern. But I'm thinking I would put this on like one of those little tall little tiny tables in the corner of my powder room. Or you could put this on a dresser in the guest room. Or you could put it on your desk. I mean, it just gives you that little glow of happiness.
Like in a bookshelves, like entertainment center.
Absolutely.
Like at night, even if you're watching TV, it's not going to be so bright that it detracts from the television, but it will just have a beautiful glow. Again, these are not super, super bright like pathway lights. This is just like a Tiffany lamp in the home. It just gives you a beautiful, pretty glow. It's really just like glowing artwork. I have an update for you. In the butterfly and dragonfly, last call. Fewer than 100 in each of the butterfly and the dragonfly. In the tulip and water lily, 400 each. That is it.
That's it.
Please be checking out of your cart if you have these in your cart on QVC.com.
Not coming back.
Because we already lost one and we are about to lose more.
You'll never see that iris again. So think of where you would put it: in your kitchen, in your home, on a table for a party, a centerpiece surrounded by, like, in the middle of a wreath on your table as a centerpiece would be so pretty. I love it, as you said, on different tables at a party.
When actually, and like under $30, maybe you're the one responsible for getting like the end of year teacher's gift or something, or like that's a really nice price point in that you're giving something meaningful and lovely, but still very affordable.
Excellent. I'm glad you guys love it. I'm so proud of those.
Still available.